Welcome back to Jamming Games. I am Steven. He is Wyatt. Ethan on the left, playing Blue-White Control. Harrison on the right, playing Amulet Titan. Favorite deck of mine. Harrison has what's called a terrible start.
Yeah, right? I feel like...
Yeah, tap land into bounce land into pray to whatever god of your choosing they don't have Field of Ruin. Because you're just back 3 turns if you are.
I'm just a Ghost Quarter. It's like...
Anything. That's maybe his hand has to be very good if this is the line he's chosen. Because the Valakut didn't cast an Amulet on turn 1, or on turn 2, excuse me. And so he's playing Life on hard mode. Here comes an Explorer. Ethan gonna think about that. There is a merit to countering this, in all honesty.
Forcing it, even.
Yeah. Because this is a very slow hand out of Harrison.
I guess so. I guess, like, no play turn 1, your only play turn 2 is Explore?
No, this is turn 3. It was tapped Valakut,
oh my God, you're right.
taps
This
Growth
was
Chamber.
turn 3.
Yeah. So, I mean...
It's a slow hand from Titan.
It is very slow. So, Titan is favored on turns, I'm going to say 1 to 3 against this Blue-Eye Control deck.
Any turn preceding that.
After that, yeah, you're kind of looking at a hard... Good God. Yes. This is a pretty unfortunate hand for poor old Harrison over here.
There's a Field of Ruin.
Is it really?
Yeah.
So if Ethan, kind of playing the conservative line here, if Harrison goes with an Amulet, he can use the Field of Ruin to prevent him from getting 2 mana out of a bounce land. It doesn't even look like he's going to need to do that because
transmute on 0.
It's always going to be on 0.
I guess so. It has to be.
You act like it was bad. Oh no, he had to transmute for 0 this time.
I didn't mean it like that. I meant like...
So Harrison going with the Cavern of Souls play, which I think is actually a really heads-up line. Something I enjoy quite a lot doing.
I mean, the Cryptics, you're not Cryptic locked. I mean, the Cryptic's still so good.
The Cryptic is still good, but you can still threaten lethal with...
An Amulet and Titan?
No, with Dryad.
If you find the Dryad, one of the Dryads is already dead.
Yeah, this deck doesn't have any way for such creatures either, so I'm guessing he's fucked. This deck is nothing but ways to find Dryad.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry
it
to
has
tell
4
you.
cards that find Dryad.
Yeah.
It does. Name another card that finds Dryad.
Tyrant Timber Symbiosis.
Are they running it still? I thought they stopped running it.
Harrison may be running it this week. He cut it. We were talking about it. He cut it from the deck. This is from May 2nd. He cut it from the deck. We were filming this on May 18th. He cut it from the deck this week, so I'm not sure if he still has it. So Harrison is on the all-the-way hard mode plan of untapping your lands and you making 6 mana with them to cast a Primeval Titan.
I feel like you didn't put these tap lands in your deck to then play them on turn.
Well, Ethan over here is also preventing another Field of Ruin, which means,
yeah,
in addition, you are so far out of a Titan. All right? So here comes a Summoner's Pact, which you can, in fact, counter.
Yeah. I think you have to counter this.
So we're going Field of Ruin on Cavern. Cavern probably making a green giant mana.
That would be my guess.
2 search is going to resolve here. My refrigerator has decided to make ice just exactly right now. What absolute timing.
Here's a Titan. I mean, like, you get to get 2 lands. What do you get? Like,
you probably get Growth Chamber.
do you get that? I was going to say Teleria too. But...
Yeah, you need to, because this Titan is not going to last for any period of time. You have to find the next Titan now. That's the big...
Are any of your Titans going to last for very long?
No, they're not. But if you can, hopefully you can grind Ethan out. Because Ethan has a very... This is going to be a very hard game to win, unfortunately. And I'm not rooting against Ethan, but I'm saying... I guess Harrison's playing...
You like
Harrison's
Titan.
playing my deck, so I guess I'm team that deck, yeah.
Like, if you were to root for a deck in any format, it is always going to be any deck that's running Primeval Titan.
Love this deck. So there's a lot of... Bajuka Bog is a heads-up play. Wonder if Harrison has a additional way to find another Titan here. So Amulet Titan, kind of a fun... We're going to have a lot of time to talk, because Ethan's not going to be able to end the game, but also Harrison's going to have no shot at winning it for some while. Amulet Titan is a deck that's gone through a lot of iterations between Hanwar Garrison and Dryad of the Elysian Grove
Sometimes Karns.
Sometimes Karns, all this other stuff. And I wonder if maybe we passed the optimal deck
Bloom?
list by at some point in the last...
Summer Bloom is the optimal one?
Well, you can't play it because it's banned.
Yeah,
right?
but that was the optimal list.
No. But, like, I wonder if we just kept adding the new cards as they got printed, and then maybe at some point we should go back to an old list that's slightly better.
You should do that.
No. I don't want to take all the time to do it.
Also, Harrison, I believe, did not pay for his pact.
You don't have to.
Okay.
You can cast another one, though. Okay. Oh.
Okay.
So now we are discovering there's another pact. The procedure here is, if you notice, the rules changed, and I'll tell the people at home, maybe Wyatt knows. If you forget...
You talk about it every day.
Because I lose to it constantly, or I used to. If you forget your pact, your opponent may put it on the stack. I was playing in an event a couple weeks ago, and I cast a Titan, and then my opponent put the pact on the stack. While my mana was tapped, I immediately lost. It's a good play. Heads up. Okay, so this is resolving to go get a Dryad of Blazing Grove. Is Dryad going to resolve?
I feel like Cryptic Bounce is a fine play, or tap even.
Yeah, I like counter
Or just
something.
counter
draw.
I mean, maybe you have a path. Like, God, you have so many cards in hand with 2 Teferis on the board.
You absolutely can. And they're all instants.
There's abundant...
Adventurous Impulse.
Adventurous Impulse.
This is a pretty cool card. Green has the draw spells in Modern that are like... not. I want to say it's Ponder, but it's not even close to Ponder. It's 1,000 times
Ancient
worse.
Stirrings is better Ponder in Mono in Tron. I think that was a consensus for a long time.
Hot take, showed take, is that it's not better. Because Ponder lets you have 3 very reasonable turns, where you draw what you need now, and then a land next turn, and then whatever else. So, okay, there's an Oust out of Ethan. Oust is a card I really enjoy.
What's it, second from the top?
Second from top.
I do like that.
I mean, the Titan is still going to be game-breaking when it resolves, so I'm less enthused.
And now you're just looping Teferis, like...
Yeah, dude, this game's really close, probably.
I'm for sure I've seen, like, multiple more Teferis, and, like, some Cryptics, and some Archmage's Charms, and, like, other spells.
Teferi is a mess, as far as cards go. It appears that Harrison has... He remembered his pact on his draw step, which is when you have to remember it. All right, so we know we got a Titan on top. We have a small amount of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The question is, what can you do? Pass back into the face of 2 Teferis. Ethan looking at a lot of
Archmage's Charms, Cryptic Commands.
Is it Archmage's Charms?
There's also another Teferi.
I saw Force of Negations galore. I didn't see a hard counter for a creature spell.
It might be Force. I think Archmage's Charm and Force have a similar, like, little fiery outboarder.
This is another called shot for me that I didn't make. Archmage's Charm was like 97 cents.
And now it's like $12.
Yeah, and I was like, why? And the same thing with, I don't know if Icewing Quaddle is still like no money.
I think it's like $12 also.
Icewing is? Mm-hmm. They're so good. It's crazy.
Hexdrinker's like 30.
Is Hexdrinker good?
See, right? That's the one I'm still iffy on.
We got called out on one of our videos because we both said Hexdrinker was bad.
Yeah.
Like a year ago we
still
said it.
I feel like it is.
Well, someone was like, that was a stupid take, you idiots. It's $30. And...
there are bad cards that are $30.
Sometimes. You know what I was thinking about this morning was Grand Abolisher.
It's like a fine.
It's like $28. I am always happy to buy them. I'm like, thank God a Grand Abolisher's here. And I don't know if that card's even good. I mean, Commander, it's a different format, so the card gets to be technically good. But like, what a mess.
In like Modern, I don't know why you would play it.
What is that card?
Condescend? Logic Knot. This is the new Logic Knot art.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Huh. I really like the old Time Spiral stuff. This is fine, though.
Just gonna shit on new Time Spiral?
Yeah. Well, okay, let's talk about card printings, because good God, this is slow going. This is not the rarity stamps on the Japanese Mystical Archives.
Yeah.
I think are so cool.
How it looks like there's like literally stamped on.
Yeah. Those are really, really rad. I like those a lot. The Japanese Mystical Archives are so much better than the English ones. It's kind of insane.
You love them so much.
I do. That's why I just said that on film.
This Teferi's gonna ult next turn, and that is game.
Nah, dude, it's probably fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you think it's game?
I mean, it's you just Teferi loop and exile every one of Terrasen's land for the rest of the game. There's a force.
Like, he has 3 mana. It's just right there. He has 10 mana.
He could have cast this.
Hard cast.
Chose not to.
Not hard cast, excuse me.
Yeah, hard cast. You were correct.
Easy cast. Maybe there's another Logic Knot that there's not enough to delve with. It kind of makes sense, right?
Or he's just gonna Shark Typhoon for.
That's a large shark. That's a big old
8-8.
shark. Okay, one big shark is enough to end this game. Harrison is going to scoop him up, and I think we're going to go straight into game 2. We did. Look how fast that edit was, dude. We need to hire someone. Harrison almost put his entire hand in his library.
I saw that.
It was really close to being your whole hand in your library. I was once at a tournament during Shards of Alara in, it's called fucking something. It closed. Gamers Inn in Phoenix. And a guy just shuffled his hand into his library.
What was the ruling?
Well, sorry you don't have a hand was the ruling.
Yeah. I feel like there's no way to, like... I don't know if there's a way to tell how many cards you had in hand at the time.
Yeah, and
if it's like turn 1 or 2, you might be able to figure it out.
Yeah,
by, like, simple math.
This was very late game.
If it's like late in the game, I guess like you fucked up.
Yeah, you shuffled your whole hand into your library.
This is a better start out of Titan. It's like a turn 3 Titan.
Well, having it. So a lot of Titan decks are playing Elvish Reclaimer instead of the Snake or the Grazer, and I think having a 1-drop is so important, just because it puts you on the path to like winning the games on the turns in which you are still favored.
Reclaimer's a 3-drop, right? 3 mana, look at top 5, something like that.
Yeah, Elvish Reclaimer is that. I'm actually talking about a card I didn't. It's no, Rejuvenator is the 3.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Reclaimer is the 1 mana 1/1 that is also a Knight of the Reliquary for 2 mana.
Okay, it's that one. I gotcha.
Yeah, those guys. I think that they are a little bit too slow. Because, like, I don't know, maybe if you want to play a mid-range pile...
If the format was, like, all Jund, I think you're good against Jund already.
If the format is all Jund, you should be playing Jund. Don't play Amulet Titan and try to make it a mid-range deck.
Right, you should play Amulet. Amulet Titan just crushes Jund.
Yeah. Amulet Titan is here to jam these Titans and not try and grind the game out for value. That's something I have a hard time with in a lot of formats. Oh, this is a turn 3 Titan out of...
Yeah, this
was a big old going on that we just kind of glossed right over.
I mean, I'm guessing he's in his path here.
So yeah, Harrison kind of gets to pick what he plays around. If he goes for, you could go for the Dryad kill here.
Yeah, you could go for like, can you go for the kill here?
Yeah, you go. So if you get a Valakut and a Handweir, you give your dude haste. It attacks. You get something to. You get probably. Oh, you can't go for the win on this turn. Unfortunately, he's only got 1 amulet.
Yeah, I was like, if you have 2 amulets, it's very easy.
Yeah.
With only 1, I was like, I don't know if he can do it.
Yeah. So the Dryad here, he has an additional land drop. It's going to be a Simic Growth Chamber. Untap trigger, bounce trigger. Bouncing the Cavern to protect it. That's very wise.
And then passing, would be my guess?
Yeah. So Harrison took a relatively restrained route here.
I mean, your opponent had the path.
Yeah, not going for...
oh, okay.
Whoa, boy. Not going for the haste kill, because he probably could have gotten blown out there.
Yeah, he definitely would have.
Or the hasty attack, excuse me.
I think you against Blue Eye Control, you kind of never can. Like, you either have to go for Teleria, or you have to go for, like, a Dryad.
Oh, Christ, those were into turn paths.
Yeah?
Oh, boy. That's the worst time to have them. Well, because that means that Ethan gets to untap and have an entire turn unsummon your amulet.
Yes, this is what happened.
Pretty bad. That's a pretty bad sequence for the guy on the right. That's all I'm saying. So you can pick up this Teferi kill for free. You have a lot of mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can go down to 6. You do get a free attack with your Titan here.
Yeah, he has a Titan now.
If he has a second Titan.
Well, now he does.
He does. That could have gotten by Unpacked Negation.
Oh, okay, that's fair. Yes.
Dodged it.
I always forget Pact is like... I feel like you probably side most of them out, I feel.
Pact Negation?
Yeah, I guess like Amulet
you
turn
actually
like...
side out the Titans. If maybe I don't know Harrison's list. Typically, if you expect your opponent to try and surgical your Titans...
No, I meant like... Does Ethan leave Pact of Negation, not Summoner's Pact?
I believe Ethan leaves Pact of Negation in, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
To get a turn 1 amulet, or you get lucky and you pick up a what's it called?
Summoner's Pooked.
So here comes a Vesuva. Copy that. Do 6. And then how about 6 for my additional land drop, and then another 6 from this.
Or not?
You know, you wouldn't want to kill your opponent so much as you'd want to take out the Teferi. I may be misunderstanding what happened here.
Did Vesuva not copy Valakut?
Well, I mean, Ethan did go down 6 entire points. So...
Because Vesuva enters, sees itself, sees the other one.
Yeah.
Then Bouncean enters, It bounce on Thunders?
Ethan lost 9 life. I'm not 100% sure. So I believe perhaps that Vasuva copied the Valakut, and neither player realized that you're going to get 2 triggers off of it.
Maybe.
And so if I don't believe Harrison realized that he should have killed Ethan right there. Well, instead we attacked the Teferi for 1, which is a pretty big game as well.
And Ethan is alive.
Yep.
So even if you do like miss that trigger, you still deal 6, 12, 18 from just the bounce land.
Yeah. Or if you don't realize it at all, you don't do that.
Okay.
There's 2 ways to play it, and I think you're only thinking about the one. So Harrison is in a decent spot because Ethan is... there is a Primeval Titan.
Paying so much mana for
just all of it, every single mana he's got. Ethan is having to tap out on his turn to answer the threats, meaning that Harrison gets to have free reign on his turn.
Why did Harrison tap out?
He had to pay 4 for his pact, yeah.
Gotcha.
He's typically reticent to pay for his packs, but this time Ethan got him on it.
Yeah, right.
He also had to do a weird line where he played a tap land with his scout to bounce his cavern to replay it on a different name. Pretty heads up magic. All right, so Harrison in a decent spot. Ethan, we can see the hand looking at 2 cryptic commands, which means that this is not going to happen quickly, no matter what.
No.
So
not even if you have Dryad.
Yeah. So here comes a breeding pool.
Shocked-in breeding pool.
He needs all of this mana. Like, you have no idea how badly he needs mana right now.
So 4 mana. Transmute.
Now, if he goes for the Pact of Negation here, that's a pretty cool line.
I guess that wins, actually.
Yeah, so the Pact of Negation, your opponent not being able to respond until they see the card, and they're like, oh god. Because these cryptic commands cost 4 entire mana, meaning that it's going to be hard to have a real answer.
He only has 5 mana.
Yeah. So, I mean, you still could be getting Cryptic Path. If Ethan's last 2 cards are exactly Cryptic Path, you still get kind of blown up for this one.
But even if it's Path, other card, you can still play around the Path.
You can play around 1 interaction spell here and likely have a game-winning line. Yeah. You could also try and go for the Dryad here. I believe that is a little ambitious.
Yeah, a little.
Because you're so
cold. You kind of have to assume he has a counterspell, I think. Or you have to assume he has Cryptic and or Path.
Well, some piece of interaction to break up what you got.
Well, there's a Ballista.
That wasn't... I could have been sitting here watching this game for 100 years. I would not have guessed.
I didn't think they ran Ballista anymore.
Well, I think it actually puts Ethan in a little bit of a bad spot.
Well, what if you cast it
pre-combat?
Pre-combat.
Yep.
Then how does this look?
Really nice. Really, really nice. So a post-combat Ballista there lets you attack and make Ethan have to choose between going to 1... Here's a mystical dispute to absolutely win the game.
There's a few things we weren't ready for there.
Oh, excuse me for just a second.
Want to pause?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't click a thing. Just like that, we're here for Game 3. Our players kind of lost the plot there. I guess Harrison won.
What were you going to say?
I don't know, dude. Harrison won the last game. I got a weird phone call right in the middle of that. All right. So here comes a cavern naming, I'm guessing, Explorer. Named Explorer. Sure, checks out.
There's a leak.
That's actually really good. So Harrison playing this cavern here means he's a little short on lands in hand, or he was counting on that Explorer to pick the cavern back up, because you don't want that to get exposed to a Field of Ruin. Also, Ethan is pretty aggressively countering these Explorers, which, like, I would always let an Explorer resolve if I was a control player. Also, I'm probably wrong about that. That seems like it's pretty good to counter him, because your opponent has got putting a lot of stock in that extra land drop. And so it's actually like, I'm heads up play by Ethan. Not something I would have thought to do.
Okay. Tracker, were you ready for that?
Do you think he named Tracker or Untired People with his cavern on this? Untired People?
I think it's just a human,
I don't know.
warrior or something. I don't know what it is. But...
So funny story. Used to, this deck said if you could run 7 Azusa's, you would.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. And then as soon as you get 1 Dryad of the Elysian Grove, turns out you don't really need them all that much anymore.
Well, yeah, it turns out when you get to, you run Valakut and just cheat with that.
Someone asked me for a clue, I believe, and I think we give Harrison one. Because Harrison just has 1 tiny little red dice on a horse's hoof up there.
Yeah, I see that. I'm like, how do you know that's a clue?
It's on the horse's hoof. That's where you put your clues.
Just to very bounce this, a little boy. The untired human.
Yeah, you guys never get sleepy. I like Tireless Tracker with bounce lands. It feels like you can really just farm a ton of value off of them. Yeah, I played Tatiova, and I convinced myself it's the same.
You did.
Tatiova's fast. It's like right now you get this.
You also played me against Jund like all the time.
Yeah.
So like that's probably why.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
amazing.
It was really good. I loved it a lot.
I'm gonna say Abundant Harvest again.
Abundant Harvest, also known as Adventurous Impulse. Even just he's got a Force Negation in the hand. He's gonna use it. Not messing around here.
You had 2. Because I'm the forced to play force.
Yeah. It's not doing much else here. And this Tireless Tracker is kind of a threat. Oh, upkeep or draw step. Let's put that.
Oust.
Sorcery oust, but Teferi just let you get them.
I mean, Harrison might be able to just draw into this.
1, 2, 3.
No.
Harrison can technically get the Tireless Tracker back in his hand.
But he needs another 2 land drops.
Yeah.
How about a snake?
That was on Scout.
What's that? What is Tireless Tracker's creature type?
Human. Not tired. I don't know.
It's an ally, I bet.
It's not an ally.
Yeah, it's from Zendikar. Or no, it's from Shadow. No, it's not an ally.
Human Scout. They're both Scouts. There's some Scout synergy in this deck. Harrison making some heads-up plays. I didn't know that about him.
Ooh, Gideon, ally of Zendikar. That is a house.
Ally of Zendikar. So that's pretty good here. I mean, it does some stuff, right? Like it's a token generating engine. Harrison can most likely ignore it. If Harrison gets a free turn to just be his best self, I most likely think he can kill Ethan through this ally.
Yeah, I mean, Logic Knot could come out of Ethan here.
It could come out of Ethan.
What Tireless Tracker?
How about exactly an Aether Gust?
Wow, that does stop it.
Do you want another one? Nope, bottom. Picking to put something on bottom with Aether Gust is a tough decision. I think it's correct in a lot of situations, but like, boy, do I have a hard time making it.
Oh, he was gonna shuffle anyway, so
Transmute, go get Summoner's Pact.
cast it, get Tireless Tracker.
Dude, so good. I don't know what he wants here. I could see an argument for a few things. He is keeping everybody Pact of Negation.
If this was like a year ago, it's probably always Field of Ruin, huh?
It's always Field of Ruin?
Or Field of the Dead, sorry.
Oh, Field of the Dead wins this game.
Yeah.
No problem. Things are over. Yeah.
I think that card was like the reason that Control couldn't be a deck.
Ethan, again, electing to plus up this Gideon move to attacks. Ethan's just trying to end the game.
Yeah.
I am always impressed with his plays. I'm always like, huh, that's heads up.
I mean, Blue-White has to win.
Yeah.
They can't sit here forever, like.
I sometimes pillow fort too hard, especially in some other formats. Commander.
The other big thing is that Gideon making an emblem here, like, I think speeds up the clock. Actually, you have a 3/3, a 2/2, 5, 4. It's the same clock.
Gideon attacking is pretty big guy.
Here's a Titan. I'm guessing Cavern's on Titan at this point.
I believe it is. I don't know. It could still be on Scout. I'm not sure.
Yeah, right.
So Harrison's got a little bit of an uphill battle here.
Ooh, Snap Gust.
Ooh, Snap Gust is so we're countering the snap.
Oh, okay.
Nope, countering the mana leak.
Something happened. Did you not have blue lands to pay for Pact? Teferi can't counter.
Oh, that's very good. All right, well, that'll end that game. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.